Activated, your window into an extraordinary world lived by many, yet celebrated by few. We showcase how to rally for persons with disabilities, taking you on a journey with valuable life lessons and intriguing personalities, leaving you ready for action. Activated takes us on a journey of taking lessons from persons with disabilities and how we must do things differently to unleash the contribution persons with disabilities can and must make to building a disability-inclusive Mzansi. In today's program, we focus on schools where children with disabilities belong, participate, and thrive. We visit Gugu Molefe in Chrissiesmeer and talk to her about transitioning from one learning environment to another and how her school took noticeable action to ensure she formed part of the school despite her disability. We meet Lorraine and Thembeka Tshuma. We learn about our guest daughter's coping skills and navigating bullying due to her albinism and low vision. In conclusion, we travel to Kimberley and we speak with learners enrolled at the Elizabeth Conradie School. Hello and welcome to Activated with me, Helga Barkhuizen. Kenners sê dat die beste skool vir enige kind 'n skool is waar daardie kind gelukkig is. Die Skolewet van Suid-Afrika maak voorsiening vir twee tipes openbare skole: gewone en spesiale skole. Kinders met gestremthede kan in gewone openbare of privaat skole floreer as hulle ingeskryf is by 'n skool wat diversiteit waardeer en 'n omgewing skep waarin alle kinders voel hulle hoort, vry van bullies en waar hul kurrikulum toegang sonder steuningsbehoeftes voorsien word. Now, let's get activated. Vandag fokus ons op skoolplasingsopsies vir kinders met gestremthede. Ons kyk na maatreëls wat deur beide die skool en ouers getref kan word om te verseker dat leerders met gestremthede floreer of hulle in plaaslike gemeenskapskool of 'n spesiale skool geplaas word. We meet Gugu Molefe, a young woman with a physical disability who attended a mainstream school. We explore her experience and see what measures were taken for reasonable accommodation during her school-going years, as well as her transition from attending a specialized school in early primary and having to move to a mainstream school when her mother passed on and her older sister became her legal guardian. Let's take a look. Gugu Molefe is a 27-year-old that lives in Chrissiesmeer, Mpumalanga. Gugu has osteogenesis imperfecta, also known as brittle bone disease. Osteogenesis imperfecta affects some of Gugu's functionality and thus she uses a wheelchair. Gugu lives with her older sister who raised her after their parents passed away several years ago.
Yeah, in 2011, when I was supposed to come and do grade 8. So it was on a Friday, ngikhumbula kahle, bekuyi Friday. Ngathi mangifika mina no bhuti wami sizolanda incwadi. There were no ramps and the steps zala beziphezulu kakhulu. So I didn't even take notice of that. But on the following week, which was a Monday, first day of school, ngathi mangifika bekunama ramps almost every entrance. And I was really surprised. At the same time, I was really happy to be to actually see that bazamile ngako konke ukuthi bang-accommodate and ukuze nami impilo yami ibe right. It got to a point that later that year I was also made my own bathroom because lawa amanye wayephezulu and bengakwazi ukuwasebenzisa. So the principal made ama means ukuthi that I also get my own bathroom. My own, because the other one was a bit high and mine was very low. I have many memories ukubala at high school, but onye was there was ngelinye ilanga, there was this other day besihambile siye kwesinye isikolo whereby besihlanganyela nezinye izikolo in comparing ama marks of the term. So while ngizihlelele and bengekho lapho even ngomqondo, I was just minding my own business. So the principal came to me angicela ukuthi ngingakhona yini ukuthi ngihambe ngifike phambili ngibonge. At the same time bengimangele because thina sinayo RCL wethu ophethe abafundi. But azange ngiphike ngavele ngaya ngakhuluma ngabonga. But Mangikhuluma iqiniso angazi ukuthi ngathini. Ngavele ngabona abantwana bashaya izandla, and I was surprised ukuthi what was I saying, because I don't remember anything. So local was ama highlights one of being a high school. To abazali abanabantwana abanokukhubazeka. Into engayisho ukuthi bazali, into yokuqala ukuthi abantwana benu ningabafihli. Let other kids interact with them. Nibavumele. Ungathi nawe mzali onganawo umntwana onokukhubazeka, makabuza ngomunye umntwana ungamshayi o umthulise, but bavumeleni bahlangane, because parents will always be parents, and they are parents because they want to protect. But ngesinye isikhathi ukumprotecta umntanakho kungamakha or kumbhidlize. So why I'm saying this is because if I continued a special school, angicabanga ukuthi ngabe nginale high self-esteem enginayo namhlanje, but ngoba umndeni wami allowed me to just bring myself into the world. I think that has built me and made me the person enguyena namhlanje. So to abazali, I'm also saying this, ukuthi let your kids be, and trust teachers. Teachers are actually also playing parents' role. Just look at your child's situation, and if you think they will be able to adjust, then let them be. Being in a mainstream school is not actually that difficult, but it is up to parents and teachers to make their lives as easier as possible.
Elke kind het die reg op gelykheid in onderwys, en skoolverskaffers moet die ondersteuning verskaf wat jou kind nodig het om op 'n gelyke leerplatform met ander kinders te wees. Geen skool word toegelaat om 'n kind met 'n gestremdheid toegang te weier net omdat die kind 'n gestremdheid het nie. Dit word beskou as gestremdheidsdiskriminasie ingevolge die Handves van Regte. After the break, we have Lorraine and Thembeka Tshuma in studio. We talk to Lorraine about the challenges of placing her daughter living with albinism in mainstream school from primary school level, now transitioning into high school. We'll be right back. Lorraine Tshuma is the founder of the We Are People Foundation, which is an NPO dedicated to parents of children with albinism. As a mother to a daughter with albinism, Lorraine addresses the challenges faced by mothers raising children with albinism and how to build strong and independent men and women with albinism. Through her work with albinism communities, Lorraine found herself a supporter and activist for persons with disabilities, and has since been part of many initiatives and events that look at changing the lives of people with disabilities. Because Lorraine is such a fierce advocate for persons with albinism and their families, she has also groomed her daughter to be a young advocate who talks to the injustices children with disabilities experience. Welcome, Lorraine and Thembeka Tshuma. It's such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Tell me a little bit about your family and how albinism has impacted your lives.
Well, I mean, a family with Meneland, if you could say. We were 6. Now we're probably 3 girls, 3 boys. And I would say my daughter is the first in my family to be born with albinism. All right, so a family of 6. And my daughter being the first, of course, born with albinism. And I'm her mom, I suppose. That's my little family with my son sitting on the other side, Mr. Cliff. So
nice.
A single mom of 2, a boy and a girl.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
I believe you placed Thembeka in a normal school, other than a school for people with disabilities. What was the driving force behind all of that?
To be honest, I never even thought of it. It just happened naturally. I think her being born with albinism, I took time out to study and to see what was the issues, what she had. And really, it's eyesight, if you look at it, besides the lack of melanin. So I never really thought disability school because, it didn't really ring in my mind. I just thought school, normal child like anyone else, let me put into a preschool and then obviously into a mainstream school. It's only when I got exposed through my activism work that a lot of kids with albinism are challenged because they think straight disability school and that's it. So for me it was, I didn't even think of it. I was like, nope, she's going to a normal school like a normal child, like anyone else, really. But obviously was sitting in the front and because I'm an activist, I'm in the school's face. Every single year I'm there. Hi, my name is Lorraine. That's my daughter. This is what you guys need to do. So the school she went to for primary was actually awesome because they accepted me. I was there to educate them, ask them questions, and make sure. I think when she only got to grade 6 and 7, I was like, it's on you now. I'm just there to make sure they understand, but you know what you need to do. Sit in the front, what they write with on the board. They actually print her stuff in the right font size. So I just took her to school like a normal child, really. I didn't even think of disability school until I heard that actually are schools that accommodate kids with albinism, depending on the level of eyesight, I suppose.
Sure. Thembeka, how are you experiencing school?
School is good. Honestly, they treat me like I normally should be treated. I've only been bullied once, one time in my school, but other than that, my friends are very supportive, my classmates are very supportive. They treat me like a normal person. They don't look at my condition and, you know, discriminate me or make fun of me.
That's incredible.
But yeah.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Thembeka, you mentioned that you were bullied once. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
In grade 1, when I first went to my primary school, I was bullied by a grade 5. So he called me very hurting names like albino, fish lips, and also told his friends like about, look at this white girl, you know. And I couldn't really stand up for myself because I was in grade 1 and he was gonna laugh at me. He was gonna be like, who's this little girl trying to stand up for herself? So after the incident happened, I immediately went home and told my mom, and you know, she had to do something about it very fast.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that experience. That's really not nice. Lorraine, tell me, what did you do?
I dashed to the school. I was there in seconds, kidding, the following day. I mean, you know, as an activist, that's the one thing that we talk about in terms of bullying. And if, as a parent, a child comes, the first thing you've got to do is approach the school. And then, like, the school has been really great. It's not to say I went to fight. I was like, look, there's an incident that happened, and, you know, if I don't address it, it will continue.
Sure.
You know, even with the transport lady, because at that time, she was moving with the transport lady as well. So everywhere where your child goes, you've got to make it a point that if anything or anything is said to you, let me know.
Yes.
And I mean, they handled it quite nicely. It was to call the child and to obviously speak to the child, because the parents have to be involved.
Sure.
It's not that critical, but it's for them to understand that if he's doing this to her, there's many more others. So it must be stopped. So it was handled quite nicely. You know, it was, don't do this, this is what it is, apologize, and that was it. And I think ever since then, she's never truly had an incident of that sort ever again.
That's
so
incredible.
it's the same attitude to say, go in, talk about it.
Yeah.
So parents who come to me, it's let's go to the school. The school must know that there's something like this. Do they know that there is a child with albinism? Sure. And besides that, I think just bullying all round is just wrong. So that's what I did. Just went to the school and it got sorted out.
Bullying is wrong. You're right.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong on all levels, really.
In closing, do you have any other advice for mothers out there who have kids with albinism?
I would really just like to say to mothers out there, do not feel, I know the beliefs and what people think. Be proud of your child, it's a blessing. And don't feel the need to hide your child. You know, you'll be amazed what talents, you know, are within your child. So mothers, when you have a child with albinism, research, get information, go out there, be proud, and show your child to the world, you know? There's no need to hide or be shy. And I know with the norms, with the killings that are happening, a lot of parents, or mothers, should I say, you know, hidden, and they don't want to be exposed. So I would say, let us come out, let us show our kids, and let us support one another.
Yeah, and
you know,
celebrate them.
That is so important. Let's celebrate them.
Yes.
They're just like me and everybody else. They're not, it's not that bad, let me just say. So that's all I would say to mothers. Come out and be joyful and enjoy your pride.
Lorraine, Thembeka, thank you so very much for your time today. I hope that everything goes well at school.
Yes, definitely.
We'll be following your journey online.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. More shows like this need to happen.
Yes,
It's appreciated.
definitely.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Alright.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Support for learners need to focus on the following 3 areas: support in the classroom, support for tests or exams, support on school grounds. After the break, we visit the Elizabeth Conradie School, a special school in the Northern Cape. We look at the learning experience of their students with varying impairments. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. The Elizabeth Conradie School lives by the motto, Lux Orta Est, which means the light has gone up. At Elizabeth Conradie, learners gain insight into their circumstances that develops good self-esteem. They are taught to be proud of their successes and can enter the world as well-balanced citizens of their country. The school wants every learner to reach their maximum independence so that he or she can play an active role in the marketplace and become self-sufficient. Let's take a look. The school was named after the wife of the then administrator of the Cape Province, Dr. Johanna Elizabeth Conradie. When P.W. Botha, Minister of Defence, indicated that the military needed the Discorbelos facility, a new school was planned and built in Kimberley. On the 1st of December 1973, Elizabeth Conradie School moved to the current premises next to the N12.
The other school couldn't help me because they just left me one side. They said I was too slow, I couldn't work fast enough to keep up with the other children. So when I came to this school, all the teachers were very kind to me and they could help me with my disability. I have dyslexia and dyscalculia. What I love about the school is that everybody at the school are very nice people and they take a lot of time out of themselves to help you.
Come quick, grade 11s, back up and go.
The day that they brought me to this school, just to show it's not about learning, it's about the learners and the teachers, how much they treat me with. It doesn't matter if they call me a weirdo or a freak, because I didn't listen so many far. But then, when I go any further to school, I feel like I want to escape this class of how they treated me so far, my niche. My parents are very kind, loving, well-hearted, and sometimes a little mischief. I have so many possible jobs. I don't know, my parents wanted me to become a chef worker or a doctor or a lion tamer, but in honest, I want to become an actor. And I want to make my family proud of me. And the most important thing in my life, it's not about making family proud of them. It's about you must be yourself to be proud of who you want to do and what is the best career that you would love to do. And do it for the family and not for yourself. And I know that I want things to my family. God has blessed you, and I know what career I should have done. If you speak to this, I know I can always be there, and I'm proud to be part of your family in the name of Holy Amen. My Father, if you're hearing this, God bless you, and I love you. And I want to be independent, man. That's all for today.
The thing that I love the most about Elizabeth Conradie School is just the way the teachers and the students make you feel accepted, because at the end of the day, we're all the same. Yes, my mother and my little brother are very supportive. They just let me do whatever I need to do with my life, and they just support everything that I do to have a better life. And here at school, I just enjoy coming to school because it distracts me from maybe when I'm having a bad day. My friends also, they're just the best. The teachers also, they could also just give you a smile on your face. So even if you're having a terrible day at home, coming to this school, you'll never have a blue Monday.
Go. Press.
Om Elizabeth Conradie skool se hoofseun te wees is die grootste eer van my hele lewe, want toe ek by die deure inrol, toe het ek dadelik geweet dat hier is 'n kans vir my om 'n toekoms vir die skool te wees en 'n voorbeeld vir die skool te wees, en ek het 10 jaar gewerk elke jaar net tot op die oomblik wat ek hoofseun is, en dit stop nie net hier nie. Na skool sal ek ook baie graag wil die leerders by die skool kom opvoed en vir hulle 'n toekoms laat bewus maak van dat maak nie saak wat jou omstandighede is nie. Jy kan die beste wees.
In Elizabeth Conradie, daar's baie mense daar buite wat afkyk na die skool. Maar ek sê vir hulle altyd, dis 'n normale skool, dit is 'n ander skool, dit is 'n normale skool. Hier's mense, normale mense. En ek sê altyd my vriende, altyd vir Adrian gesê dat ons moenie ons gestremdheid as 'n verskoning gebruik nie. Dis deel van ons lewens, dis wie ons is. Dit maak ons wie ons is. So ek voel baie gelukkig oor wie ek is. Ek gaan nie maak dat ander mense my sê jy is gestremd, jy kan nie dit en dit doen. Ek kan enige iets doen. Anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. Die woord self sê I'm possible. So ek staan vir almal wat glo dat hulle kan niks bereik in die lewe nie. Ek sal vir hulle wys dat nothing is impossible. You can achieve if you believe. So ek glo daaraan dat ek sal bereik en my drome sal waarkom. Elke droom sal ek laat waarkom.
Die Suid-Afrikaanse Grondwet van 1996 het ons demokratiese staat en gemeenskaplike burgerskap gegrond op die waardes van menswaardigheid, gelykheid, menseregte en vryhede. Hierdie waardes roep ons almal om die verantwoordelikheid en uitdaging te aanvaar om 'n menslike en sorgsame samelewing te bou, nie vir die min nie, maar vir alle Suid-Afrikaners. En so is ons aan die einde van vandag se program. Bly veilig tot volgende week, selfde plek, selfde tyd, only on SABC2 where you belong. Join, like and share Activated on Facebook.